Next on Madden NFL 24.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us across the Atlantic and along the River Liffey in the wonderful city of Dublin, Ireland. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams and the Dublin Shamrocks. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at these Dubliners entering play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every...
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Rams set to go to work on offense, and they're led by a man who topped the 50,000-yard mark in passing for his career a season ago. In year 15 now, here's Matthew Stafford.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else. Moment of truth when the ball's arriving and there's a defender there. He just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now the 4th-year man, it's Cam Akers. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, LA! Cam Akers, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead he does go down to a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, and we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
They'll start with the option. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield.
Tackle made back at the 22-yard line.
Now it's Richardson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A good gain of 12 yards that time. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They shakes him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Byron Young in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. 3rd and long for Richardson. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald with a sack. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Stafford. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. You talk about this Rams defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early, chip away at their timing.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
And this is a commentary in today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on them, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
So here are the Rams to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Pretty darn good.
2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 35.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
50-50.
To throw is Stafford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Out of the gun, Stafford. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now Stafford on third and goal. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Van Jefferson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Kevontae Turpin now to return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
70 Timberwolves.
Richardson off the play fake. Going for the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Off the option, here's Taylor. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Here's third down and 4. Again, it's Taylor. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The numbers for him from a week ago. 17 carries, 113 yards, and a score.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Dublin with the football here to begin the second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80.
Downs going in motion right. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we go.
2nd and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The offense on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Richardson to throw off play action. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So a couple of 1st downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 49-yard line.
Back to throw, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Stafford. Screen play set up for Williams. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. They'll run on 1st down with Evans. Fights through him. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 36 yards on the play. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Here's Stafford. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Good coverage yet again down here by the goal line. Everyone's blanketed, and he's forced to throw it away and try and come up with something on 3rd down.
6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. Stafford. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. Touchdown. Cooper Kupp from 6 yards away. And the Rams have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 21-zip.
Shamrocks, nothing.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This taken in at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the 2nd quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. Wonder if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone.
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so, because the run has been very effective for them.
79 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
They run once more with Taylor.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
They go play action with Richardson.
Rolling to his right. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
Richardson on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And that's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
He's got Higbee complete right side. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Stafford on 1st down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
He has just not had his focus in this game. It's not one drop. It's not 2. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. Again, it's Stafford.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Here's Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And the route is on. It's 24-0.
So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates.
Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring.
as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much.
Back to Taylor on first down.
Dances by him, and he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
101 yards on the ground for him so far. Second down and 4. On the option to give to Taylor here. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
This offense so far on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And this was a little bit of the knock on him coming out of college. Sometimes the concentration could wander a bit. This should have been a big play, but somehow he's not able to corral it.
And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position.
On 1st and 10, it's Evans.
Good footwork at the 30. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Throwing is Stafford.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Taking it right down Broadway.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 12. First down, Los Angeles.
They'll stay on the ground. Evans again.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10.
Zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
From the gun on,
he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the field goal. A 27-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now.
So more of the same here, CD. Not a touchdown, but 3 more points added on to their lead.
Yeah, it's been a total domination here in this first half. Offensively, defensively, even the special teams have chipped in as he connects on the field goal. It may be a little bit premature, but I think the only thing they're worried about dominating now, the post-game meal.
Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates.
And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily, when you've set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it?
Throwing on first down is Minshew.
Flushed out right. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield. But they never did.
And Minshew with nowhere to go, and they take him to the ground.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Well, the offense trots back out, ready for this next drive. There's the running back, Cam Akers.
He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Cross there defensively.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Throw right side, complete to Williams. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. To throw is Stafford.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Los Angeles.
Throwing again is Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Decision made for Sean McVay. They're going to go for it.
Ready.
They snap it to Stafford.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Stafford looks to throw again. Short throw, it's Higbee. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills.
And they're going to get him. He's sagged back around the 28. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
His guys take over first and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida.
And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl
A 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
16 yards, a first down.
That's good for A. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And they're going to speed things up here.
On second down, Minshew.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Minshew sets to throw. This will be swung out wide for Taylor.
So no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yards.
Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones.
And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
After the interception, here's Stafford. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Stafford. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Stafford to his #1 guy, Cup. First
down, Rams.
Now Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Evans running straight ahead.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line.
And they'll go right back to Evans.
He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now Stafford. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual. And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs.
This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there. And even 60 yards.
That's good for A. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor.
A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Shamrocks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done? But they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
And the Rams first down.
On the counter, it's Evans.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Back to throw, Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup.
He's into space past the 25.
And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 36 yards on the play. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Out of the gun, a give to Evans.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Zach Evans with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates.
He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 5.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Now Minshew.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Now Minshew on 1st and 10.
A short throw pulled in by Woods.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
The all-everything defensive tackle, Aaron Donald, the one who made the play there. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Out of the gun is Minshew. He sets to fire deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On fourth down, Minshew. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. All right, after the touchdown, this offense back out there to see what they can do. They'll have a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
They go to the ground again with Taylor.
Holding offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there. A 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
And he is going to lose yardage here. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd and 8.
Off play action, it's Minshew.
That's complete to his running back, Taylor.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Minshew, 1st and 10. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here's Minshew.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
And he'll lose yardage. The 41. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
On first down, they'll start out with Evans.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Again, a run with Evans.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Straight ahead, it's Evans.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here comes the Rams punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Dublin's offense now set to take over. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
This 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
So he jumped as a safety. You might know a thing or two about that from your playing days.
Well, I remember creeping up near the line of scrimmage on certain blitzes or certain coverages. Never jumped off sides, though.
Not once?
Not once. I wish I had a few times. It would have stopped some of those plays I got toasted up on.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural,
yeah,
but
I like where we're going with this. You say one to represent like the best player of all that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for Los Angeles, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back